Macros, Mindset, and Muscles.
I'm Coach James.
And I'm Coach Brittany.
We're here to give you the truth about health and fitness.
No gimmicks, no bullshit, just facts.
Happy 4th of July. Oh my God, we're so loud. It's so loud.
Why did you do that?
I haven't touched anything.
Yeah, you're like, it's so quiet.
Dude,
Okay.
You're over there turning knobs.
All right. Anyways.
Happy 4th of July.
Yay.
It's been a great day.
It has been a great day. It's a nice holiday Monday.
It's beautiful outside.
Uh,
I mean, we're not even using lights right now. We got the blinds open.
okay, like the sun doesn't make it beautiful. It's like sweltering outside, like 78% humidity and literally like almost 100 degrees.
See,
that is not
You're hilarious
beautiful.
because it'll be 97 degrees and you're out laid out in the pool and you're just like loving life.
That's different.
But if you're not in that, like in your bathing suit, you're just like, this is miserable. Let's go in the house. I don't want to do this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to just stand outside for no reason. Like if I'm going to be outside.
There's a huge fly.
Oh my God, there's a fly buzzing around.
This is Memphis,
driving
and
me crazy.
the flies during the summertime are the size of crows. Crows.
So we have a good episode for y'all this week. Something that we see a lot of. This is typically what our episodes end up being on. We get inspiration throughout the week and, conversations that we have, things like that. So this week we want to talk about advice and like when you're asking other people for advice with your fitness and nutrition. So just because somebody has competed in a bodybuilding show, just because somebody has had a successful transformation,
just because they work at a supplement store, or just because
they work out,
they look appealing to the eye.
Yeah, they look aesthetically the way you would like to look. Like those things do not qualify a person to give you advice.
Not at all. Not at all. So
the thing is like, it's one thing to work out on your own. It's one thing to lose weight on your own, following whatever crazy diet. But that doesn't mean that you can go around giving people advice, because scientifically, you don't know the reasoning behind that. The people you're asking advice for, like from, don't know how to coach somebody.
Right.
They just know that what they've been doing is working for them. And this isn't everybody. There are some people that do understand how to coach somebody, given their journey.
Right.
But there's a lot more that goes into it. And the qualification doesn't just go to them because they lost weight or because they work out or because they have abs.
Right. And this also goes for like to somebody like you have a friend and your friend has lost X amount of weight and you're like, oh, I want to do that too. Don't ask them what they're doing. I mean, you can be curious, and find out a general stance on like what kind of changes they've made, but the plan that they are working or their nutrition is not going to apply or work for you. Possibly because you're two totally different people. You have two totally different height, age, weight, medical history, medications. There's so many factors that go into it, and what works for one person may not work for another person.
It probably won't work.
It definitely probably won't work.
That would be like me being like, hey, James, I like your muscles. What do you eat?
Protein. It's all protein.
Like, that would be like me asking, somebody, like, our bodies are completely different.
Yeah, so you don't want to take on my meal plan.
Yeah, because it won't work for me because I'm not you and you're not me. Like you would starve doing what I'm doing.
I would. That's miserable. I would never ask to do that. Ever.
And this is something, we coach a lot of clients and we have clients that, they get frustrated because, they want to help other people, but they can't really help other people because they're following a plan that was made for them by their coach. They're following the guidance specific to them, given to them by their coach. So them sharing their personal program with you is not going to be beneficial because it's their personal program and not yours.
Exactly. Well, that's another reason those cookie cutter uh 12-week shred programs that you see that are just free to anybody, that are just out there on the internet. Like, that's why a lot of times they just don't, people aren't successful with them, because it's a very generalized, it's non-specific or tailored to those people and their diet and their lifestyle, and it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, totally. I agree with you on that. And it's
And that's why, I mean, what we do is why it's so important. I mean, we take a person and we analyze everything. We want to know about their family. We want to know about their medical history. We want to know about their personal history. We want to know as much information as we can, sleep cycles, supplementation, that whatever their training was before us. What were they eating before we met? We take everything into account before we start building a program for this person, because we need to know where they've been so we can know how to get them to where they want to be.
Yeah, exactly. And back to those like cookie cutter plans, like if your goal is just to work out more and get in the gym and you don't have,
Goals.
certain aesthetic goals or like, strength goals, then by all means, like do the workout because any workout is better than no workout at all.
Right.
And, that I stand by. Like a workout is a workout, it's beneficial. But if you have specific goals, you need a specific program. And following what Susan down the street is doing isn't gonna get you the same, it's not gonna get you your goals because it's based off of her goals.
Exactly. Yeah, it all depends on the person and what they want. I'm a big fan of people just being more active. So yeah, like you said, if you just want to exercise and you just want to go to the gym and do some stuff because it looks fun, and just kind of wing it, that's better than doing nothing. It's so much better than doing nothing. But if you have this goal in your mind, like, hey, I want to get X% stronger, or I want to do this at this time, then you need to have a plan.
Or I want to do a pull up. If you want to do a pull up and you're doing a program that's focused on your booty, like you're never going to get that pull up.
Yeah.
You know, this is why individual coaching wins because it's truly tailored to the person and their goals.
Yeah, and well, so recently someone I know has been using a new app. It's not cheap. I'm not going to mention the name or the people involved, but it's not very cheap. It's kind of pricey, and it's put on as like it's a personal plan. But this person talked about their lower half being a certain shape, more like a pear, and then wanting to build up, their upper body, and to blah blah blah. But because it's a cookie cutter program, it's not addressing anything that would kind of offset this, or like to address, building up a certain area. And it's very discouraging, not discouraging, but disappointing to see people paying lots of money for what they think is a personal
Personalized.
program, when it's not.
Yeah.
When it's really, you're just using this app that's everyone else is doing the same workout. I mean,
Yep. And the thing is like every person, like we said, every person is so different and everyone has different occupations and, different imbalances, muscular imbalances. And those things are just not addressed in cookie cutter plans.
it's,
Like
it's not like in the,
you and I, you know, we have different issues. We have different imbalances. Like if you're sitting at a desk all day, chances are you're going to have some, upper body like weakness, specifically in your back, and your shoulders are going to be slumpy and posture. So you would want a program that would help address that and help correct that and help you have better posture because you're sitting at a desk all day. Whereas somebody who works in a warehouse all day
that sounds horrible.
doing, heavy lifting, like those imbalances are going to be a lot different.
Yeah.
So,
It's a lot
two
of
completely different people with different occupations and different lives, they shouldn't be doing the exact same program.
No, if somebody is doing those very physical jobs like that, you wouldn't want that person to be stretched super thin and having to do like a program that has all this extra cardio and long training, because their body's already getting beaten down during the day. I'm not going into too much detail, but like that's why, like you're saying, the individual programming is so important, and why we take a look at people's occupation, their hobbies, their lifestyle, how active they are with sports and kids. Like all that stuff comes into play. Like you're saying, is somebody at a desk all day? They start getting the rolled shoulders and tight glutes, tight hamstrings, sometimes pelvic tilt. Like it can be a number of things imbalanced.
Yeah. So back to asking people for advice. Your friend is doing great on this fitness program. They're seeing a lot of physical changes and you want those physical changes too. So you ask them if that friend gives you the advice or tells you exactly what they're doing and what they're eating and how much and everything else, the likelihood of it working for you is slim to none because that person is different from you. That person metabolism could be faster than yours, slower than yours. They could be giving you advice that could further damage your body and cause hormonal issues and eating disorders, disordered eating habits, things like that. So it's very, very important that you seek advice from qualified people.
Right. You're not gonna go to your doctor and ask him, how to repipe your house and how to fix your plumbing.
Yeah, just because he's done it one time.
Yeah, you're gonna go to a plumber. You're gonna seek a professional, in that field because this is your body. Is there anything more important and more fragile than your own body?
No, you only get one body.
Yeah, like this, you got one shot.
That's it. One opportunity.
You have one moment. Will you seize it?
Seize everything you ever wanted.
Will you capture it or will you let it slip?
Copyright to Eminem, by the way.
Yeah.
He'll
be on. We have the rights. He said he'll be on next week with us.
Yeah, I guess guest star.
Guest star. I told him he could finally come on. He's been asking for weeks.
Yeah.
We go way back. Mama's closet.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that's just really frustrating. We both have had our own transformations, and I've had countless people, even before I was a coach. That's what actually led me to become a coach, is I would just get people asking me for help all the time. And I knew how I lost weight and how I started getting healthier, but I didn't really know the science behind it. I didn't know the reasoning, and I wanted to be able to legitimately help people do that. And that's why I became a coach. That's why I've furthered my education, and I've continued my education over the years, and I'm always learning and evolving with the science. I'm not afraid to say that I used to think carbs are bad and, other things like doing a bunch of cardio. I used to think all these things that most women in particular believe because I've been there and I've done that, but I learned and I evolved and I'm a better coach because of it.
Oh, and she is up to date because she hit me up the other day. I posted a video and she's like, "Hey, this is what you said right there." No, they just found out that that's outdated. There's new science that backs that this and this. I was like, "Oh,
yeah, we don't want that bro science."
Yeah, well, it wasn't bro science.
It was bro science.
Okay, it was not bro science, but I quickly corrected myself, and I appreciate that. But what we're talking about with asking somebody how you do it, how'd you lose this weight? How are you losing weight? A lot of times you'll find out somebody will be like, "Oh, it's this fad diet."
Yeah,
which is we do not believe in.
Yeah. Or this detox.
Oh yeah,
this
detox.
Fat burning supplement. All of this shit is bullshit. That's a whole nother freaking episode that we will go into soon.
Yeah.
We need to.
We definitely need to do that one.
As we've discussed, and we will continue to say this in many, 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 many episodes, the only way to lose fat is to be in a calorie deficit. Okay? No matter what diet you follow, what supplements you take, it's not the supplements you take, it's not the diet, it's the fact that whatever you're doing is putting you in a calorie deficit. That is a combination of the movement you're getting in and the calories you're putting in your body.
Right. Because you can eat healthy, you can eat clean, but if you're eating a certain amount, you will gain weight. If you don't eat enough, you're going to go down in weight. You can be on the keto diet but not tracking it and gain weight. You can be on a carnivore diet or all of them can go either way. But the most common thing is that to lose weight during it is you are in a calorie deficit, point blank.
Period.
Period.
Like, there's no way around it. It is a calorie deficit. And yeah.
Yeah, that's all we're going to say.
That's all that needs to be said. So stop asking people for help that aren't qualified to give you.
And if you are looking for help and somebody's like, oh, well, so-and-so help me. Well, when you speak to them, find out where they got their education from. How do they know? Find out, do they know what they're talking about? Ask around about this person. Look, see who they've worked with before.
One of the most common things that, like, I've seen in the industry is, competitors. And this doesn't apply to all competitors. I was a coach before I ever competed. But competitors, like, will compete, once or twice. And then they feel like because they've done it that they can coach other people to do it. But all they really end up doing is cycling the macros and workout plans and stuff that their old coach gave to them.
Which is like theft.
So, really, they're like stealing from their previous coach, the work that their previous coach did because they have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, and it's very dangerous. Lifestyle coaching is is very important. When you start getting to like extreme, like bodybuilding is an extreme sport. Like you're going to extreme measures to change your body to look a certain way for moments on one day.
Yep.
Like you prepare for 6, 8, 10, 12 months and manipulate your food and your body and your water and everything just so you can look a certain way to be on stage for
15 to 30 seconds.
15 to 30 seconds. And that's it. And then you're going to be coming right back out of it. Like you're going to be reversing out because you can't sustain that.
It's not healthy.
So it's a very subtle art. And that's why we don't coach competitors.
Well, I think, like, personally, I just enjoy helping people live more fulfilling lives. I want to make them feel more confident. I like the challenge of competing for myself, but I don't necessarily want to coach that rigidly. And people who may have disordered eating habits, like, I don't want to further those issues by encouraging someone to compete.
Right. No. I'm not saying that. Like,
but
we
focus on lifestyle changes
because fitness and nutrition changed our lives or changed my life and changed your life. That's the way we like to, that's the type of clientele that we like to.
Because we can relate.
We can relate to that.
And, another thing too, you get a lot of, competitors that don't know what they're doing in terms of like coaching others. And they coach people, lifestyle clients, people who just want to feel more confident and change their lives and have a better relationship with food. They coach these clients like little bodybuilders. And they cause more damage by, giving them this extreme plan that they can't stick to. Like, as a lifestyle client, you should not be eating 1,200 calories a day. You should not be doing cardio every day for an hour. Like these are excessive measures and it's not necessary. You're actually hurting yourself by doing this because our bodies are adaptive, our metabolisms adapt. So the harder you push yourself, the more your metabolism wants to conserve energy, in terms of like when you're eating so low in calories. That's why bodybuilding is so extreme, because with every cut, with every cardio increase, it helps keep things moving, but then we hit a wall. So we have to keep cutting and keep increasing cardio. And then we hit a wall and we do that again and again and again and again and again until we get on stage. And that's why it's so excessive. And then it's a whole process coming back out of it. And that's where people get messed up, because they're going to coach you like you're a bodybuilder, but they're not going to help you come back out of it. So you're going to feel great. Like you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I lost all this weight. I look this way. That plan worked great.
Look at my pictures.
You look at my pictures, and then you stop doing,
2 hours of cardio
yeah,
a day.
you stop doing the 2 hours of cardio a day or the hour of cardio a day. And maybe you're only doing it once or twice a week. And then you start putting on this weight and you're like, I don't understand. Like, well, that's because you weren't taught how to reverse out of this situation.
And it's not natural to walk around that low body fat and that depleted all the time. Like your quality of life will be in the tank. I know mine was when I was at that point. Like
that's how we are now. I mean, we're not even stage lean yet, and we're already like, like this. It's cool. Like we look great, but fuck, I just want to eat pizza. I want a burrito.
This sucks.
Yeah, I mean, there's a trade off if you want to look a certain way, if you want to have visible abs, like there's some serious sacrifices that are made, and it's not, for most people, it's not healthy to maintain. Like there are some people that can maintain that leanness year round.
But it's structured.
Yeah. But
they're structured with their food. I mean, they keep an eye on their food.
Yeah.
Like they're not just eating whatever they want whenever they want. Like to maintain that, I mean, you're going to have to pay attention to what you're eating and make sure things are balanced a certain way and that you're getting enough to function at least. Because right there, you're at such a tipping point. Like you just undereat a little bit, and then now you're losing muscle. Now you're losing this. Like I don't even want to flirt with that. Like,
yeah,
I want to compete, and I'm excited about it, but I'm also excited to come back out of it and to sit comfortably at 18% body fat and be strong
and feel good in our workouts.
And feel good, yeah. And like hit a workout and like just kill it and like feel good about it, and it not just suck the life out of me. Yeah. But anyway,
so I mean that's pretty much the gist of the episode today. Like, there's not much more to say about it. Like, just stop asking people for help when you don't know their qualifications. Like, some random person who's gone through weight loss and transformation and they have no credentials, they don't understand how to coach you in a way that will help you long term.
Yeah, or if you are one of our clients, or if you already have a coach and someone comes to you asking you for advice, I would advise you against it. And you can, tell them, hey, well, I'm following this plan that my coach has given me. Here's my coach's information if you would like to speak to them, and see if they can help you.
And most of our clients will. They'll be like,
oh, yeah, I'm not really necessarily talking about our clients.
No, I know. But, like, even us, like, if someone asks us, well, what are you doing? Well, like, I pay for my coach. Like, if you want to plan, like, you're going to have to pay for your own coach, like, that's not.
Yeah, I had a guy.
It's a luxury. And if you don't want to invest in yourself, don't ask somebody else for what they pay for.
Yeah.
That's just rude.
There's a guy that I worked at my morning job who's like, hey, man, can you give me your shoulder workout? I'm like, no. Like, why not? He's like, I'm like, I paid good money for my program, which is designed for me, which ain't going to do you any good anyway. But, like, this is my property now. Like, I own this. This is mine.
Yeah.
I'm not, no. You can go buy your own, and then you can work it and then see if it works for you. But, no, this is mine, player.
Yeah.
I'm put this one in my pocket.
Invest in yourself. Reach out to a coach. Even if you don't want to work with that specific coach. I know, like, me personally, I will recommend. I have several coaches that I will recommend out to. Like, especially if I don't have, the capacity to take on another client. Like, I refer out, and I'm not afraid to refer out. Not everybody is going to be a good fit for me or a good fit for James. And, we want to take on people that will fit with us.
Right.
We don't want any awkwardness.
We want to set them up for
success.
For success. Not. So if it's not with us, then
it's not the best.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So educate yourself. Talk to a coach. If someone asks, seek professional, advice. And I think, you got anything else?
No, I think that's pretty much it. That pretty much sums it up.
Awesome.
So y'all have a great Tuesday because it'll be Tuesday when y'all are hearing this or when it's available to download. And we will talk to y'all next week.
I know, real quick, y'all don't know this, but we're totally matching today. Like, we got the same color shirt, same color shorts, same color sand. Like, we really dressed up for this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, we look good. Anyway, all right. We'll see y'all next time.
I'm
James.
We're out. Thanks for listening to Macros, Mindset, and Muscles. Until next time.
I'm James.
I'm Brittany. We're out.